Good evening everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. This time we are streaming the Ascent Tournament Day 6. People can earn tickets tonight, and with those tickets they can play on Thursday and Saturday, and with those tournaments they can earn cups, and with those cups they can earn a place in the top 8, which will means that they can participate in the professionals tournament. With the professionals tournament they can go to the finals, and with those finals they can earn a ticket to the offline Twister Cup. That's quite a route if you think about it, but that's basically how this goes right now. So today we have matchup with strongest versus weakest. So the gameplay, it will definitely all the time is interesting. I've seen the group that we have today and that is definitely interesting. But with the top 4 getting tickets for the tournament, it also means that people have less of an inclination to actually just try really hard, because once they have the ticket they don't really need to try much. It's all about the ticket tonight. So I'm going to look up the clan. I'll take away the preview for you so that you can see what I am seeing in the game. It looks something like this. We don't know who we're up against yet because R2K is only playing in like 40 minutes now, and it's gonna be fun. Actually, we could see the map there. Faust. Oh, I love Faust. I like starting on Faust. So yeah, we go for Faust and our potential teammates are listed here, and I have a feeling that we will probably have a Loka versus R2K finals tonight. But no telling yet. Like I said, people tend to not really take these tournaments serious as long as they're in the top 4, because that's basically what it's about. So we're going to have to wait a little bit. That means that I will be showing you some replays. And that means that basically you have something fun to watch that does not involve me playing PC, because I can't for the life of me do that. And then we just wait for the games that will start in like 40 minutes, like I said. There's a 5-minute delay on the stream. That means that no one can stream snipe someone else. And that is done for a good reason. So that's basically to ensure the safety of the team, so to speak, even though people generally don't have their lineup completely ready then. But with a 5-minute delay, that's always fair and people can't see the lineups. So we just basically have to wait. There's no match yet. So I'm going to take... Oh, this is actually... I was looking at the E100 because one of the things I've noticed that the E100 does not look good in any camo. This one I don't like. I think it's quite boring. It's like black, but not a stylish black. It's like a weathered black. Nothing actually really looks good. Let's look at this angle, because the E100 has those withered edges and it just doesn't work right. And it's just looking at it, just I think the legendary comes close. I quite like this one, but not that much. This one too, it's because of those edges that no camo actually just works on the E100 for me. So I'm going to take you... That's the last one actually. I'm going to take you out of this because right now the stream is starting on YouTube, so now I'm just waiting for YouTube to catch up so then I can start the stream. And then I can start showing you some replays. We are just waiting. YouTube always wants you to start a preview and then start streaming. So I just have to wait for that so that I can actually launch the stream. It will generally help if YouTube starts doing that right now. There's no drop frames. It should be holding steady. There we go. YouTube is catching up. This is one reason why I always start like extra early. Because I don't want to have to think about having to start the stream later on when I'm in the waiting room already or in the middle of a match, because that would quite suck having to activate it then. So I'm just going to pause the stream so I can watch the chat and then go back to the game. But yeah, this is basically the best thing in my opinion, because it's grey, so the edges don't you can still see them. This is why I don't like the camouflages on the E100. I hope they have a smooth one at some point without those weird weather patches. But that's me. This is my press account. I'll take you over another tank that I miss. That I miss good camouflages on later. But I have some fun replays, just looking them up. Here we go. Like I said, I have quite a few replays, space for replays, I think. So normally the room would be up now. And that goes to show that we will not have matches for another 35 minutes. There we go. Just grabbing the replay, but my laptop is a bit slow when I'm streaming. So I never know for sure if it's actually doing what I clicked. Until everything is started, and then it's no problem. Okay, here we go. First little replay that we have is on Faust. Actually, there's something that I generally start playing replays, and then it's like on the map that we will be on later. Batchat is one of the tanks that I really love. It's also one of the tanks that looks the cutest, and I think the legendary camo definitely fits it. So let's see what he does. It's such a little troll tank and I absolutely love it. It's one of those, if I have to win X amount of battles, or if I have to win X amount of raiding battles, this is generally the tank that I take. This or the Chieftain, actually. Mainly because the Chieftain currently earns me credits, and that is a good thing. A wild mouse has been spotted. But he can't shoot him again. Can't shoot the T-30. But he is still waiting. We don't know who's there. I think they turned... Ooh, no they didn't. I was just gonna say, I think they turned around, but they didn't. So at this point, I was just gonna say I would reload my clip, but that's exactly what he's doing. That's a very good call. They've already lost a teammate. And our little Batchat decides not to cap a base. I think he's going to try and get some shots in from here. Which he can, he just has to be careful. And not get shot by the T-30, because that can take a very big... There you go, this is the lovely part of when someone turns their attention to someone else. While you're driving. T-30 now wants to go after. And the Batchat is like, let's get behind an IS-7 and just shoot him. There you go. And now he's just gonna reload his clip in peace again. IS-7 now being focused on from the other side as well. And at this stage the IS-7 is in trouble. Because he's gonna die with this clip. He just doesn't know it yet. He might get a shot in, but he doesn't. And that is the end of the IS-7. It is 4-4. And he doesn't even bother capping the base. Nice little bounce there. Ooh, the waffle. A wild waffle has appeared. He's actually reloading his clip. I would have probably not done that. I would have probably gone to shoot the waffle and then start circling him. I think he is gonna circle him, but he just wants to do so with a full clip. HE shells loaded. And now the waffle missed. Nice slide there. And now he just has to make sure to not get hit by the waffle. Ooh, that was a bare miss, but it was a miss. He takes a tiny bit of damage from ramming the waffle. And now, because he can finish him off easily, he doesn't use HE to finish him off. That's actually a good thing, because if you know for sure that you can kill someone, it's always a good idea to not shoot HE, because you never know what might happen. That is a very lucky not hit. And that definitely helps. And we know where the last one is. The mouse has gone into C. Immortal Frog is cheering for the Batchat now. He left base C. But he's still lots of HP. So I think our Batchat can get some more damage now. Switched a bit too late. And he does get hit there. And he's just casually waiting to reload his clip. He can take getting shot. And I think that's exactly why he's doing this. Because he kind of just wants to get the damage. And now he's reloading his clip. Waiting for the mouse. The waffle arriving. And now the mouse is looking at the waffle. Which is a good thing. For our little Batchat. With a high roll he could potentially do it. But he doesn't. 3 kills. But now the waffle takes this kill. I like that the enemy was quite friendly. Lovely ace, 6.7k damage. Great little game. This is what happens when you're not primary target. And you just make sure that everyone else is focusing on someone else. And you just start murdering them. Also 2.2k assisted damage. Nicely done. Lovely little game. So that's one. This is one I'm curious about as well because of the text that I got with it. So I'm going to show you that. Let's see. Here we go. Question for the people in the chat. Which is your favorite legendary camo? And of course when you name the camo we'll probably know what tank it is, but yeah. This is of course one of the new broken tanks. You can see that Caster is also taking the speed boost with him. And it can be very evil when you use that. Can basically play like a mat when you use it. So let's see what happens here. He sees a VK. There's no supremacy, so there's no base where he's going. Which makes me wonder if this is like the right place for this guy to be. Nice little pan shot. But he has to be careful. Or maybe not so much. With the Moisken angling like that. Nice shot. I like it when you control with a position like that. People then generally don't think that you can. That bounces though. There's 4 people there. We know there's one more to his left, so that's 5. And you have the other 2, so we know exactly where the enemy is. The Vega is at this moment the biggest threat, I think. And he does take a shot from that. Nice little hash. Nice bounce though. Now they kind of need to start cleaning up. The VK really wants this guy. There we go. That's one out of the way. Leo just died. It is 4 versus 6. And he kinda has to start cleaning up. That's one. Now this is the thing. E4 can't look behind him. We are 5k damage in already. And at this point he switches back to AP to finish the job. And there goes the VK finally. And Moisken. And now it's 3 versus 2. But one of them is a Batchat and the other one is an FV, so that can be tricky. But he kinda just has to take the risk. They can't really afford to not commit to an attack right now. And there we go. And now it's just the FV. And this is a bad call in my opinion. That penned. So at this point I would not start playing cat and mouse. I will find a position where I'm strongest and let him come to me. Nice little bounce. Oh. That is an unlucky bounce. You can't really use that at this stage. Thing is, he's only a 2-shot. But he's playing really well. And he's just tracking. Oh my god. And the IS-4 is being ever so nice. Damn bounces though. I kind of feel for this guy. And now he can't shoot. There we go. 19 HP left. Ooh. Oh god, no. He's not HEing, is he? Oh no, he did. And he managed to survive. Thank goodness for that. Well done. Nice game. 6.2k damage. Steel wall. Pools medal. 1620 base XP. No spots. Well, he did spot, but no spotting damage. Some bounces. That was a lovely little game. Oh, that's one. The menacing. So let's have a look at that. That is, of course, this one. That does look quite cool, and I've noticed that if you let me grab this. If you use this turret, then it looks different. Then you have the arrows rather than the fist. I kind of like it more with the arrows, to be fair. And I can use it mainly because of the fact that I don't use the derp gun. It actually gives you less speed. That is weird. I never noticed that. That's good to know. So that's one. Then you have the... Oh, the invincible. I'm not sure I have that. Yes, I do. Look at this. This is probably the sexiest tank in the game for me with the legendary camo, that is. I love this with the dragon and the cloud and the gold and black, and it's just shiny and cool. And of course, what was mentioned was the threat. I also like this one. It's nice and dark. It looks sort of realistic, but I like it. The thing is, there are camos that I'm not particularly a fan of. This is one of the cases. This, for me, is one of the sexiest tank in the games. And I actually have a model of the STB. Actually, it's type 61, 64, something 64, I don't remember. And Skate actually adjusted it a little bit so that it looks like an STB with the cockroach antennas and everything. And he made that for me, so that's completely epic. But yeah, I don't like this camo. It looks so much sexier in so many other camos. This is sexy in my opinion. I like this as well. This works. Everything works in the STB. Not all the camos are pretty, because some camos are very ugly. But just look. Almost everything. Ooh, this is... Ooh, I want this. I might just give up on the legendary camo to use this one instead. But it looks good in almost any camo. I actually like this one as well. This one looks fancy too. But it's just a weird thing. For some legendary camos, it just doesn't do it for me. So yeah, let's go up to the next one. I'm going quite fast through the games now, but yeah. Still about 20 minutes left to go before I need to be in a room. So that's 2-3 more replays. So let's fire this one up then. Oh my god, Philtoon! How could you do this? The tier 9 German, it's pronounced Moisken. It's German. Basically, yeah, you have the mouse. And this is the Moisken. This is one of the tanks that I disliked crates for because I didn't get it. I do have it by now because it came to the store again. It is a funny little tank. It is quite derpy. It's quite mobile. It's not OP, it can die very easily, but I quite like it. And he's up against tier 10 tanks. And I think the 1A3 would be able to one-shot him, probably. There's one. The other Philtoon tank. Ooh, nice little shot. But the enemy has 2 bases now. Our team only has 1. The VK just died. There goes the STI. Nice big hit. It's carrying surprisingly little promo for the fact that he's not in any way a top tier. It's kind of disturbing though, when you think about it. Ascent arriving at the back. He kind of needs to focus on that. Nice hit. Thing is, he's doing pretty well against tier 9 and tier 10 in the Scorpion. There we go. And that's another one out of the way. It's 3v3 now. But the Jaeger is still alive. There's a Leo. They still have some friends. Ooh, that missed though. Nice Jaeger out of the way. 4.5k damage in a tier 10 game. 2 kills. Jaeger is, I wouldn't say a coward, but he's not really brave. So there's the E75. Now just Leo peeks out again. There you go, that's the end of the Leo. 3 kills in tier 10 match. Nice big damage there. He can take a shot. Especially when he bounces. And now the Jaeger should not steal this kill. Ooh, that bounced. Ooh, but he luckily also bounced. This is actually his giving up. I think that's a little bit respectful here. And then, yeah, Morax him. Oh god, poor guy. But look at this. 5.9k damage in a tier 8 vehicle in a tier 10 match. That is how strong this tank can be. That being said, please don't fill tune. I mean, with you, you're a very skilled player and you're tuning with a very skilled player. But you're basically sending your team back by fill tuning, so I never think that's actually fair. Jaeger, surprisingly good teammate that still has a very much to learn. So we still have, let's have a look see actually, who are we up against? No, this is not the room that I want tournaments. We go to turret, chart, the third group I think. And we are up against the Czech Predators. And these clans have been knocked out. Who's up against Loka next? Corpi. Souls against Lit. Lit has also been doing fun things. Souls is one of the cutest logos ever. I say that quite often, but it is true. Let's see, N32, so that means I have time for one more replay for you guys. Let's see. Interesting game by the same guy. I wonder how that will go. If it's also a fill tune, that will be different. Let's see. Here we go. This is one of the tanks that I got mainly because it's so troll. And it's great fun to drive. But it's not an easy tank. Because whereas your armor is very troll and you can do very troll things in it, your gun is also very troll, and that's what makes it weak. And that's the main weakness of this tank, in my opinion. That is. You kind of need to kill all the enemies, not just the meds. Just saying. I think there's a question: T57 heavy better than the tier 10 AMX? I think that depends entirely on your playstyle. I personally prefer the T57 heavy, but I know enough people that would not agree and do much better in the AMX than I ever could actually. Nice shot there. He's going straight in. And his teammate is driving into the shots of the enemy, which generally helps. Ewan is not alone there. This is what I mean, it is a very troll tank. And it can do very troll things. Many bounces. His team is a little bit destroyed though. Type 62 is being trolled at the back. He's about to get a friend there. That was so troll, expecting him to drive backwards a little bit to avoid getting shot and then already pre-aiming at where he will be hiding, basically. And more bounces. So far blocked more than 1k damage. And he's being very troll. Ooh, there goes the... Are you? And there goes the T-34. And it's 2 versus 3. And I think it's gonna be a Caliban. Just a little hunch. It is a Caliban, but it starts with an ammo rack. So that's a very good thing for our object. This stage he can decide to either risk taking, he does take a hit, but he needs to get that suit out of the way before he starts getting shot in the back. So he uses the building quite wisely to avoid that. Bounces a shot, bounces another shot on his side, and now it's just him versus the glacial. And it will all be about the troll armor. Both tanks have troll armor, but he can hit the front with Premo. And he's a little bit arrogant about it. At this stage I wouldn't even try shooting with normal ammo, I would just stick with the Premo just to make sure that you finish him off. And now he's almost gone. And it's actually a little sad, because he really can't seem to pen him at all. That just goes to show how troll this is. And that is the end of that. And the turret flies off, lands on the hill behind. Cheeky little game. Very cheeky. Caliban of steel wall, not surprising. 5k damage, 5 kills, 1358 base XP. 9 bounces. Like I said, it's a very, very troll tank. So with 9 minutes left to go, I'm not going to be showing you guys another replay right now. I'm actually going to be showing you camouflages. We're just going to look at camouflages. And mainly the legendary ones. We'll start at the beginning. Patton has 2, I believe. Yes, I know. This is attachments. This is just useless. Not going for that. But you have the beast. Sorry about that. And you have the pitbull. I prefer the pitbull. I like the coloring and the stars of it more. I don't actually have the pattern. And hang on, I'm just getting a message about a potential nice replay to show off. But yeah, I don't have the pattern, so that's something that I still need to grind. But I'm not really in any rush. I have the M60. M60, of course, the next one. It has no other camo but this legendary camo. I like it, but it's not... They have this beast. I love the fact that it says Rebel and that it's called Rebel. That's kind of, I love that. I like the names as much as I actually like the camo. I'm not a fan of yellow, but it's a nice camo. This one does not have a legendary camo yet, but it is one of my favorite tanks ever. Then you have, of course, I think I was just gonna say, this one is the tireless. I can't believe I don't have that. Oh, actually, I do have it. And it does look good. It kind of fits the tank. And it's, in a way, similar to the E5. So I think that fits. E3 does not have a camo. E4 does not have it either. The Leo, of course, has this one. I'm not a fan of the colors. I don't think I'll get it. But it does fit. I have to give it that. E50 does not have a camo. The mouse has several, but I don't like them. Yeah, I have this one. It looks like an Aboriginal drawing. It's kind of funny, but I don't like the coloring, so meh. And you have the Legendary, which is of course after the Legion team. But it's not a Legion helmet. They use a Greek one. So that's something that is still a thing for me. So I don't use it. I currently have this one on it. It's set and looks quite nice in my opinion. This is like the most useful I've ever done on stream. Like just talking camos and just being useless while we wait for the room invite. Does this one have? This one does not have a legendary camo yet. The E100 already went. The grill has two. You have the Troublemaker, which I don't hate it. I don't love it. I mainly love it for the name. The name is fun. I like going in with a with the name Troublemaker, so that's why I use it. And of course, you have the Raider because they pushed up the hill last Twister Cup. And it's named after Raid. I do like it, but weirdest. Ooh, hello gun. Weirdest thing is that the guys from Raid had no say in the camo at all. It was just there and it was named after them. So that was a bit weird. Yege does not have a legendary camo. The 140 does though. And looks quite nice. It makes you a terror. Actually do have it. It's color-wise, it's a little bit boring, which is why I don't use it. It doesn't seem to fit. But at least I don't use it on this account, that is. T22 medium, of course, has a legendary camo. I don't like the flag. I do love this little badge. Room should be up any moment now, though, so... And this is one I really like. I always remember what it's called. The Fearless Gunner. But I love this camo. I think it looks really good. IS4, do you have a legendary? Yes, you do. You have the Skilled. There's the room. So we are up against the Czech Predators and we are going to go to Faust. Let me grab Faust for you. Faust looks like this. You have 4 bases. You have base C and D closest to their respective spawns. Base A, which is considered a map base. And base B, that is cheekily in the middle, hard to cap, but hard to get stolen from you. But if you do manage to do it, it will give you a nice little advantage. So that's basically it for this map. I love this map mainly because of the tunnels and the bridges and just the way that you can peek-a-boom in weird places and get shots from all the way across the map and all of that. I like that. I like that it's an interesting map and I like that it's a challenging map. It's never a predictable map. So that's one of the reasons why it's really one of my favorites. So with 4 minutes left to go, RTK is already completely readied up. I'm going to take away the preview now. So, the map now, so that it won't be in your screen. And we see RTK completely ready up with 2 AMXs and 5 object from 40s. Guys, honestly. And I hope that the Czech Predators will get some more teammates. Because with 5 readied up, the battle would begin. But the 5th one needs to ready up, and it's generally better to have 7 players. Just a hunch. So let's just wait now. There's a 6th one, that's going good. Now we just need to have one more. And I'll take some 7-Up in the meantime. And by the way, I do have music playing. I have had it quite soft for me. I hope it's not too loud for you. If that needs to change, that definitely let me know. We have 2 minutes and 37 seconds left to go. Everyone is ready. RTK is a spectator. And Check Predator still is a player. But with 2.5 minutes left to go, they still have time to actually get that person. But yeah, actually, I was looking at the map pool that we got for the grand finals. And I love the maps that we got there. You have Vineyards and Faust and Normandy and Alpenstadt, the Naval Frontier. And I'm forgetting one, I think. But I absolutely love that. It's such an interesting... it's such an interesting map pool. Not the predictable maps, not the maps that have been in any of the other stages before. Because we get them now, but I mean, like, in the finals, it's always been a problem that for the online finals, if you go through to the upper bracket, and you can just wait until they get to the finals, and then the people that you have to fight have already faced off against very strong clans, so they use their top tactics basically on the same maps. And that's really not fair. So that's something that I'm quite liking, that those maps are only for the grand finals and not in the previous final stages. I think that's a lot more fair. And I definitely have to give kudos to Wargaming for that, because this is the first time that they've thought it through that far, in my opinion. And with 45 seconds left to go, Czech Predator still has 6 players, and RTK still has 5 Object 140s. But then we finally get the first tournament match of the evening. So that would be grand. I do like streaming actual games rather than waiting and showing you replays and showing off camouflages. Thank you, Scott. He just said that I'm sounding good despite my cold and all. It's basically one of my colleagues has had a throat infection and she just stayed at work, which basically means that she infected us all. So I'm actually having quite a cold, but I'm glad that it doesn't sound like it. And here we go. And we have 7 players, 3 Foshes, 2 IS4s, an Object 140 I think, and a T62A. They did manage to get a full team after all, so that's nice. And I'm very curious what we'll see now. I actually have the IS4 there. That's my corpse and I'm gonna explode. There you go. And I love this camo. This camo looks so good though. Gassio is very confused. Oh dear. So let's have a look-see. Entering the free cam and going up and away. We have the AMXs sticking together and we have the Object 140s moving in a pack. And I wonder... I'm gonna see if I can bring you in close enough to see the action. They are going for a full, just like evil. Look at this. He's just deleted. The Fosh just fired. Missed. That one didn't miss though. I can't show you everything because it actually like you see it skips. Wise has to be careful there. We have the AMXs arriving now. I'm going to take you over to the other side so you can see the rain of hurt that is being dealt with. Both sides here, because now the AMXs, they're losing a lot of HP. The one Mo is going to absolutely be destroyed. And there he goes. One of the forces being deleted steadily, but not before. The Zerd is being taken care of. One of the 140s. They kinda need to help each other. There goes one Foch. Wunderkind still alive somehow. And this Foch is in a reload. Basically it is 5 versus 4. But it's very close HP wise. And now no party without me. Oh, that was a very lucky no party without me. I can't believe... Oh my god, he's still alive. It is 4 versus 2. And it's the Mats that are still alive. But HP wise, it's not that far apart. There's a lot of one-shots. I'm going to see if I can take you... Ooh, that was a nice aim thing. And we have the 140 here. This is, I think, as close as I can get you. But Nogger is now in trouble, and there he goes. And the game is for RTK with a complete YOLO tactic. Wunderkind finishing himself off to celebrate. And that is the end of it. I don't understand. Someone says that it's apparently I have Call of Duty in the descriptions. I need to check that. I don't think I ever did that. Don't know where it says that though. Yeah. But yeah, in 1 minute and a half we get to see the second match, and I wonder if we're gonna see a different lineup now. We are definitely getting a different lineup. The question is what kind of different lineup we see. Czech Predators are definitely changing their lineup as well. And we see an Object 140, 2 IS-4s, 2 Forces and 2 113s. And they're going to go up against 2 STBs, a 140, 2 50Bs, an IS-4 and potentially another 140. So we just have to wait and see what Wise picks to drive. There we go. He chose a Batchat. So it's 2 STBs, 2 AMX 50Bs. Or not, they're still changing tanks or changing things. Oh, we're going to go OP with a T22 medium. Okay. So, 1 STB, 2 50Bs, 1 T22, a Batchat, an IS-4 and another STB. Versus a 140, 2 IS-4s, 2 Foches and 2 113s. And here we go. No fancy camo for Gezio, but the one Mo looks so good. I mean, look at the difference. If you can drive one Mo's 50B or you can choose Gezio's, of course you're gonna choose the one Mo's. It looks gorgeous. Peace. I have this little button where it says peace on earth and you see a bunch of peas on top of a globe. It still cracks me up when I see it. I posted in my Discord after this. Base C being capped. People haven't been spotted. No party without me, not though. Base D has been left alone. Nogger losing some HP, but not much. We see shots happening from the other side. And we have the Czech Predators sticking together as a pack. They are stealing base D. Wunderkind losing HP now. No party without me capping. Oh, Wunderkind is being eaten alive. He's not gonna survive this. He's not even showing them his strong sides. He's showing them his rear. Base B is being capped. Wise are now in, I wouldn't say trouble, but running away. Both teams have 2 bases, but Czech Predators now has a gun advantage. I hope that evil clown knows that he can actually reload without shooting. Base C now being stolen. Cheeky thing to do. Gassio losing quite a bit of HP there. So they have to be careful. But Spacey capping safely, and now they have 3 bases. Wise just lost a ton of HP. Zerd is losing HP. And the Czech Predators are splitting up. Wise are being obliterated. Not sure what they're doing. They could potentially have this if they just stay alive, but it's the alive part that is the alarming and unsure part of it. Wise is still alive. Spacey now losing HP. No party without me at the back. Sadly some HP being taken. But they're missing that gun, and Wisely, ooh, Spacey, that was a big hit. Zerd also taking a big hit. They are losing a lot of HP very quickly. Ooh, that was a big hit into the Force though. But the Force is still alive. Reloading still, but alive. Base A is being stolen. There goes the Force. Gassio managing to bounce a miraculous shot. Staying alive for a split second more. But there he goes. Spacey kills one. Bases are being exchanged. Guns are being lost. But Spacey's not gonna go as well. He's not gonna survive this. There he goes. No party without me, still alive, pretty healthy. Base A being capped. It is 4 versus 5. 4 versus 4. No party without me taking a shot there. And RTK still has 3 bases. As long as they survive, they have this. The 1-mo dealing with the Force. Ooh, the 113 almost dead now. There he goes. And the game is for R2K. With quite some luck, I have to say. Mainly because of base domination. People are still dying. And as long as people die, the game continues on. There goes another one. And there we go. He manages to live. I don't even know where... I don't get it. I can't find it. I don't know where it says that this is Call of Duty. But yeah, that is the first round and that is for R2K. Let's see if we know who they're up against yet. Nope, we don't, but we do know that they have to go again in about 25 minutes? No, 20 minutes-ish. Under the screen description. Let me just have a look. It doesn't show that for me though. I have no idea. Very weird. Oh well, I'll find it later. For me it just says the screen description and then it says all the links that I have, then category in gaming and then the license and that's it. Nothing about Call of Duty. But yeah. And I just got a nice little replay for you. So I'm going to go through the list first. Ow. Got a nice little ace. But the guy that sent it to me said that I will be mad at him for how he plays. So I'm kind of curious about how that will go. So we're going to have a look. Doodles is one of the guys that won a phone on stage during Tankfest. This is a camera that also looks quite fun. I like it when something is bright. Realistically, of course, that won't work, but I like pretty things. So let's see what he does and where he goes. This is one of the tanks I still need to play, to be honest. And now we can push. I just hope he doesn't stay here too long. Because it would kind of help if I actually have enemies to shoot. Without enemies, it's kind of a boring game though. So where did they go? So Doodle is just going in, having seen no enemies at all. Nice little slip and slide there. And there's the first one. And he's not spotted for shooting the T-32. Oh, hello. You don't want to get... Ooh, that was a good miss. Because an IS can hurt quite badly. And he has a friend. This is gonna hurt. Not as much as that though. And that is the end of the IS tank. Cheeky shot, but it missed. He kind of needs to move. Nice little shot on the move there. Ooh, that's nice. Those are the shots that you really like. Where you can just stay completely in cover. Staying relatively safe. And just start shooting people. He did get shot for that though. But it's only one shot. T-32 going up. So far he's having quite a nice game. Nothing too special. But just a fun game. So let's see, can he get another one? Nice. Shot on the move. Now his team is slowly vanishing and he needs to like not be there. Which he luckily realizes as well as he goes off to seek his teammates for some mental support more than anything else. Nice slide. Suddenly a Wild Panther 2 arrived. Suddenly a Wild Panther 2 died. Cheeky shot. Nice little bounce. Oh, he has a bush. Bushes are nice. Ridges are fun. LTTB arrived. Now it's turning more interesting. And the battle. Comment's still alive somehow. But there he goes, finally. In the meantime, I did get a screenshot on. There you go. on Discord showing me the COD thing, so I need to check that. Because I'm very curious about why it says that. That is so weird. I don't see any of that. I think that's just commercial though. For some reasons it just... Look at this. Yeah, I'll have a look at the groups after this battle. That is a very big no-no if it actually loads. And now there's only one guy left. He's on 3.6k damage. He's been all over the map. And it's the lone LTTB that's actually still alive, so I found that quite funny. And there you go. That is the end of that tank. And nice finishing shot there. Nice ace, nearly 4k damage. Well played. Are they actually against Lit? Let's have a look. The chart. We have R2K versus versus Lit. I know that there's a guy that has been watching my streams wanting to see these guys. So I actually like that we are meeting them. And it's Heartless. Heartless used to be one of our recruits. He's a really nice guy. So then we also have Kraken versus Loka. But let's have a look at the other groups. In versus Vert, Naven versus Gnice. Let's see what else we have. AG versus BHBP. And Win versus Unwon then. That will make a great final. And here we have Raid and APA and FBI. And ASA. So it's going to be an interesting final as well. And we have Imor versus Hapki. And then Karna versus Tercios Españoles. And that's it. But those are quite fun groups. Pretty evenly spread. Let's see if there's any shockers. Spot did not get a ticket. The thing is that you need a ticket from today to participate on Thursday and Saturday. So it's very important to end with the top 4. But after that you can just a little bit play around. Pink did not get one. Ivy did not get one. EQ did not. So that's going to be interesting stuff. And let me just have a quick look. I think I sat 4 past, right? Yes. That means that we still have 10 minutes. 11-ish. So I'll have a quick look-see to see. I have a nice battle, but I'm gonna wait with that until after these games, assuming that R2K wins. So we are going to go back to judging camouflages. So we had this. IS4 has not been played much on this account. It's not bad, but it's not like epic either. Some of the camouflages like really stand out. Like you have this one. It definitely stands out. I quite like it. I also like the little touch of the red star there. I quite like that. 263 does not have a 1. This one has not been driven on the press account, but it has a nice legendary camo with a flag and a spear and stuff like that. I quite like it. FV I don't think has a camo yet. No, it doesn't. Chieftain MK6 of course looking like a British party. I like it. I have it and I use it because it looks fun. The FE doesn't have a camo yet either. I have a feeling that the FE might get it after this Twister Cup, because of the fact that generally one tank first was the mouse and then you got the grill, and I'm probably forgetting one. But there's generally a special camo made after Twister Cup. Then of course you have the hammer. Hammer it's nice, but it's not that special. It is one that I would probably use though. And you have of course the STB, and over that we have this sexy 121B. Don't think this one has one yet. There's quite a few that don't have a legendary camo yet, so there's hope for the future. This is one of the ones that I really like. I mean, look how shiny that gold bronze brush is. It just looks so good. I like it. It's one reason that I actually want the tank, so I can put this camo on it and make it shine. This one doesn't have one yet. Batchat of course works. Funny that all the French tanks have just like a target symbol on it. Foch here and the AMX there. And of course the Batchat as well. I love the Batchat. Batchat is such a funny tank. So we still have a few minutes to kill before we actually get a room invite. So I'm going to take you down to T9. I don't think there's many tanks with legendary camos. You have of course the premium tanks that do, with a little horsey on the side. T54 for being the T54. It used to be the most OP thing of tier 9. And now it's really not. It's still strong and it's still fun, but it's really not OP anymore. This tank, it looks so weird with the cheeks, but it's a fun tank. Type 61 deserves to be pimped. I need to pimp it more on my main account. Proto looking good in pretty much anything. This is one of the tanks that I absolutely adore. If you ever have a chance to get this one cheap, get it, because it's so strong for its tier and can easily carry against tier 10. It's lovely. Just don't get shot, because of course it is a fast tank. It doesn't have much armor, but it looks good in so many camos. I mean, look at this. I love this. It's just so... it's sexy. I kind of need to pimp it more on my main account. I think I have a few. I have, well, the French one, and I have this one. And I think I have the raiding camo on it. But it looks so good in almost anything. It's one of my favorite tanks, period. So let's see... we still have a few minutes, so like 3 minutes maybe before we get a room invite. Sorry for it being a little bit boring, but it's always like when you have to wait. It is quite useless. We also know everything that's happening, so let's go look at this. It's actually not saying much here. It's actually more interesting to look at the twister things itself. So let's have a look at that. You have the professionals tournament. That's actually not the one I was looking for. But yeah, this is what I mean. You have the grand finals. Vineyards, Faust, Naval Frontier, Normandy and Alpenstadt are the grand finals maps. And they do not return in the previous stages. And I'm so glad with that. And you do see a few maps arriving again. But they arrive mainly at the end, when it's less likely that you actually get those maps. And I think that's fair game, because you can't, like... at some point you have to use the map again, especially considering the fact that there are 5 maps that you can't use from the map pool that you have to use. So I think Wargaming did a really good job picking these maps. I like that. I also like that it's best of 9 in a grand final. That it's so much more fair than a best of 3 or even a best of 5. And I like that the final stages are best of 7. Along with the round robin that we have. Just the fact that it's best of 7 makes it so much more fair, so much less likely to be a loss due to RNG or just having a little bit of lag or something. Of course, if you have massive lag, then you have other issues, but yeah. I quite like that. But at the same time, there's a lot of games happening at a very high speed. So I will be streaming quite a bit for you this month. And I hope you guys will enjoy it with me. Because I definitely love the matches. So the room invite can be up any minute now. I'm going to stick with this tank now. Because it looks pretty and I love it. So we just wait for the... Actually, I got a... I looked at it and got the seal. Yeah, sure. There's the room invite. Let's ready up. And we are going to go to main ruins. Main ruins. Let me pull that up for you. It looks like this. You have 3 bases. Heavy base A in the right corner. In the base C, which is considered the mat base or the fast tank base, at least in the upper left corner. And base B in the middle. Base B is very difficult to cap, but if you manage to cap it early, like most bases B, it will be very hard for the enemy to take it from you. Funny thing is that we've seen a lot of different kind of gameplay on this map. And I'm always curious to see what people do here. This is one of the maps that I quite like, because you can use a super heavy lineup, or a very mobile, or a mixed one, and you can go basically anywhere. Of course you can go anywhere with team-based battles, but if you have a very heavy lineup, you know that they will likely be around the area. Like if you make a triangle from green base 1 to red base 1 and then the lower right corner, that space is generally a heavy space. So that's basically where they will be. But you can send them off if you are in a good holding position. You can send a tank off to cap base C, and it can change the pressure at the same time. If you are all in that area on the lower right, it means that the enemy can also send tanks to get behind you, and then they can effectively pincer you, and that can be quite deadly. So I'm very curious to see what they will do here and what they will do now at this stage. Because again, they have the ticket. They don't need to play all that seriously tonight. So I don't know how seriously they will take it. You can get very little cups from these games, so it's not that important anymore. So I'm taking away the map to make sure that it's not blocking your screen, and we are looking at 2 complete lineups, and Lit is driving 2 140s, 2 T57 heavies, 2 mice and an IS-4, and they're going to be up against an IS-4, 3 50Bs even, 2 113s and a Batchat. So that is a lot of firepower with quite some mobility. So it will be fun to see what they do, and I also want to know if Nobody Without Me has that very lovely camo that I like so much. So now we just have to wait 2.5 minutes before we actually go and have a tournament battle. Heartless in the enemy team in the mouse, he can do very epic things in that thing. So it will be fun to see how he performs in a tournament battle. Hope he's not camera shy. And that's the thing, at this point, with when both teams are ready, I just want to be like, let's just press battle and just go. That's a feature that I would like in the future, that you have X amount of time, but if you're ready before then, the battle can start before then. But that's apparently a very hard thing for Wargaming to program in. Just taking a bit of a drink again. Because all this talking is making my throat dry. But yeah, I'm hoping for some fun battles, regardless of how serious they take it or not. And then on Thursday and Saturday the pressure will definitely be on. Because then it's all about getting the required cups to stay in the top 8. Or to get in the top 8. And that makes all the difference. One minute left to go. Everybody is ready. The one Mo probably using his pretty camo again. This is kind of like the theme of tonight, I think. Camouflages. I would love an Amonet 85 camo, and I think the best camo that we could have there is a ladybug camo on the canny. I have a feeling that will never be made, but that would make me laugh so much. But honestly, I think it would be great just to have a camo, not necessarily named after you, but like for you. And in my case, that would be ladybugs. Because that's so my thing. And it's something that it's in my logo and it's everywhere with me. I even have a ladybug tattoo on my shoulder. And it's a tribal ladybird designed especially for me by a friend, so it's very unique. And yeah, I really love it. Ladybugs are my symbol. And here we go. And the game is on main runes. Let's see. I would want to say Pixar didn't happen, but that would actually be very creepy. Hello, Naro. Thank you for that. That's really sweet. So let's have a look, see what they are going to do. The AMXs are going towards the middle. All of Lit is staying together. We have one lone Batchat in the form of Wise at the back. Zur is going in with the IS-4, probably potentially going for a cheeky B cap. But we have Albedo Overlord potentially doing the same thing, and that can be very tricky. He has been spotted. Zur taking some damage already. But there he goes, into the gap circle. Taking tiny... Ooh, that was not a tiny bit of damage. Taking damage while he caps. Base A is being capped, Albedo now moving in. Zur is low on HP. Having lost quite a bit of health. But he is still capping the base, he just needs to be careful. The AMX is losing HP. And Zerd needs to not be there. The 113s are pushing at the back. One of the AMXs is turning around. The one Mo going along with him. Ooh. They are losing a lot of HP doing this. Zerd troll capping. Naro taking another hit. But R2K potentially in trouble now. Wunderkind turning around. Zerd almost dead. He's achievable for anyone now. And he's not gonna survive. Another shot. There he goes. Losing his last 1 HP that he had. Base C being capped by the Batchat. And this is very tricky because now R2K has lost the gun. They lost quite a bit of HP. Getting one base, and it's not the base that they originally wanted. The IE cubic dude, I have no idea how to pronounce that actually, is heading over to face the Batchat. Batchat bouncing a shot. Batchat getting out of there. Followed by the Object 140. He's reloading, he's in trouble. Wiser has to be very careful here. Base C now being capped by Nado. No party without me losing HP on the other side. The Diamond dude, they're using their T-57 heavies very well. Why is it getting away? But base C has been stolen. And now R2K has to play it very carefully. Autoloaders versus autoloaders. The Mets are pulling back again. And we have Wunderkind together with Wise heading back towards base C. Spacey losing way too much health. Look at the difference in HP. There's nearly 4k difference. And no party without me is gonna die now. He's still alive now, but he's not gonna survive this one. Oh, he actually is. And we have the rest of Lit moving in. They want to get those tanks out of the way. The one mode taking too many hits here. Spacey's now in trouble. No party without me is alive. But there he goes, with a very high flying turret. And that's 2 guns out of the equation. Spacey almost gone. There goes Spacey. Albedo Overlord is gone. But it is 4 versus 6. And this is not good, looking good for R2K. With the bases being capped. The tanks that have been taken. He does take out one guy. But now they're up against Mice and a T-57 Heavy. One Mo. Reloading. In definite trouble. Running away. Ooh, and Wunderkind just got deleted. And there goes the one Mo. And now it's just Yakovlev and the Batchat. But this is not looking good. There they both go. And the game is full lit. And I think it was just too aggressively played. First by Zerd, but then also with the AMXs. They lost HP so freaking fast. Very well played by Lit. Those T57 heavies made all the difference here. The fact that they pushed together with that mouse, it literally, it made all the difference. It won them the game. Very great push. Oh, look at the one Mo with this pretty camo. But those AMXs, they are a bit of a weakness, and I wonder if the T57 Heavy just performs better in a map like this nowadays. There we go, exploding tanks. Zerd having the same fancy camo. And let's go up and away and have a bird's eye view of what's going on. Weiser holding a little bit, going with the AMXs. AMXs going to the middle. All of it except for the E50M going towards the A side. E50M spotting, but there's no one there to actually shoot them, so they can safely get base C. Space We are at 740 points. At some point something has to happen. No one is spotted at the moment. But they know that the Batchat has to be there somewhere. He just has a Foch behind him and that can be very killing. Albedo now going into base B. If they get that, then it could potentially be over. Zerd taking some damage. Zerd taking a lot of damage. Base B is being kept from being kept. Albedo now losing HP, but so does Gassio. Gassio being absolutely destroyed. And that can make all the difference right now, because now the advantage is in Lid's favor. And they will need to take out tanks in order to make this work. If they want to have this work, they need to decap the base, they need to take out tanks. And now tanks are being obliterated. There we go, that's the third one out of the way. And we are at 1k points and the game is for R2K. But oh my god, that was so close though. If they hadn't spread out like that, if they hadn't all gone to B, for Lid that is, they would have won this. The only reason that they lost is because they lost 2 more tanks than R2K did. Very nicely played, very patiently played. No, I can't say really boring, but it's kind of boring to watch. But interesting to see it like develop and then just make into movement and stuff happening. So now we are going to go to Alpenstadt. Alpenstadt, one of the more interesting maps for me as well, because it's not yet that predictable. So I kind of want to see what they do here. We've seen some very interesting tactics here. And we see that R2K has now rated up with an AMX50B, 2 215Bs, 240s, a Batchat and an IS-4. And they're going to go up against, let's have a look, see, potentially 3 Object 268s. That would be interesting for sure. Let's have a look. They have less than a minute to ready up, but that's still plenty of time. 46 seconds. And we see 2 268s, 2 140s, and 113 an IS-4, and potentially another IS-4. There we go. The other IS-4 is now chosen. So that is 2 complete lineups, 2 pretty mixed lineups, but mostly mobile-ish based. And it will be fun to see what they do with it in the tiebreaker for this matchup. That decides who goes to the finals. And here we go. And look at this camo. I can't get enough of it. This is one of those things that I would gladly pay money for, but this is actually the camouflage that R2K earned when they got first place in Mobile Masters last year. Well, in the spring season tournament that led to the offline event Mobile Masters, I should say. And let's have a look, see what they do. We go up, up and away. And we have R2K with Wise in the Batchat overlooking base A. Blind shots happening. Albedo has been spotted. We see the IS-4 and the 113 have been spotted. Wunderkind holding at base B. No base has been capped yet, but base A will be capped. Wise returning to safety. Driving into a rock there. Wunderkind has been spotted. Base A is now being capped. Now Wise has been spotted, so he has to be careful because he can get shot to hell there. And there he goes. He actually stays put. I think he wants to try and decap. Ooh, but that is a lot of health to try and decap and it didn't work. So now Lid has a base and Wise has a lot less HP. And now we see Spacey on the other side heading towards base C to cap that. So that both teams will have a base, but there's already more than a tank difference worth of points. Blind shots happening, no damage done there. And Wunderkind has to be careful because he can't exactly cap like this. Now he knows that the IS-4 is over there. Nice blind shot there into Mad RNG's dude. Wunderkind pulling back in time not to get hit. Wise in an interesting position. Quite spread out these teams. There you go, one shot into Mad RNG's dude, and Wiser just relocates, not wanting to get hit. Reloading his clip. Spacey losing a bit of HP there. Heading to the other side. But basically Lit has sort of dug in, and RTK can't really do much. They will have to make quite an aggressive move to get this point advantage back by capping a base. A is pretty much out of the question. B up to a level is as well. But they kinda have to. And they could potentially go into the base and cap on the other side, like between those buildings there. And just try and hold that. But it's a tricky move, especially when you don't know, like we do, where the enemy is. Some shots being taken, Wunderkind going back to the position. Spotting again, but we are slowly losing time. And losing points. Spacey relocating. Joining together with the with Wise and No Party Without Me. The 215Bs are making a move. Wunderkind basically, I wouldn't say trolling, but in that position specifically to not attack. One Mo has been spotted, so they know something's up now. And now Wunderkind is going to take the base, I think. Spacey losing HP. RTK is pushing. Ooh, and there goes Wise. That was like brutal. Gassio in a tricky position now. He has to be careful. Especially with the object coming his way. Base B has been capped though. Gassio losing a ton of HP. He's not going to survive for much longer. There he goes. And we are, base B is being recapped. At the back we see the Mets fighting. But now Wunderkind is, ooh, No Party Without Me is on fire. Zerd is losing a lot of HP. Wunderkind is now being focused on. This can go every which way, they need to get base A. Wunderkind is not going to survive this. And overall, there's a lot of low HP targets, but they're not being taken care of. Base B now being capped, and the game is for Lit. Lit takes it home. Lit is through to the finals. And I'm not sure what RTK did there. They waited too long to make a move. And look at the difference in damage as well. I think the fact that the one Mo was spotted when he went down to go with the other RV to deal with the IS-4. Ooh, okay. That's like instant. And we are going to Dynasty's Pearl. Let me just call up Dynasty's Pearl real fast. Just why? Why would you do that? Sorry, just dealing with the spoiler, dude. So with 4 minutes left to go, I will show you Dynasty Sprawl. Dynasty Sprawl is the panda map. You have base A, which is sort of in the head of the panda, just above the snout. Then you have base B, which is the chest of the panda, and base C, that is the panda belly. And basically, I prefer to go base C because I like the positioning around that a lot more. But if you've seen anything, it is the fact that we can just throw all tactics that we think we would use out the window, and because it's a team, so in a team anything can happen. And of course you have strong position for a tank and bad position and weak position for a tank. But overall, if you have one team, they will always do better than 7 players. So that is the map that we are going to in 3 minutes for the battle for 3rd place. And we see 2 complete lineups with Kraken S taking 2 T22 mediums, 2 IS4s, 2 215Bs and an E5. Don't see the E5 all that often. And we see they will be up against an IS4, 2 215Bs, a Mouse, a Batchat, a Foch and an IS7. Chill, guys. Play nice. So in 2 minutes and 20 seconds we are going to go into the battle. And then we got to see the first match on Dynasty Sprawl. I like Dynasty Sprawl as a map, but at the same time I don't, because it's so small. I dislike very small maps. That's one of the reasons I love Canal. It's because it's one of the biggest maps that we have. And I think that with the bigger maps that mats and lights play a more prominent role. And that's a good thing in my opinion. So I would really like to just see bigger maps. But we'll see when we get one. For now, we just recently got a new map, and it seemed quite big with the way that they showed it in the preview, but it's actually really small. So that's not that big a fan of it either. But I do like the Easter eggs that they have. I mean, I don't know all of them yet, but I know that there's a pizza next to a plate that goes in, one of those thingies that goes into the sewers. So I really like that. You have the spider-webbed camera that's stuck to a building. I don't know what else. There's apparently, like 5 Easter eggs there or something. So we need to search more. I really want to see. So it will definitely be... I need to just put more research into the map. Or people can spoil the Easter eggs for me. I don't mind that at all. I just want to know what they are. So with half a minute left to go, both teams are ready. We see a lot of new tanks, but no T22 mediums on RTK side and no Foch on Kraken side. It's a very aggressive lineup that Kraken has, versus a more we hold lineup that RTK has. So I wonder what we'll see now as we ready up for the battle for 3rd place. And here we go. I like this camo as well, it looks nice. There's my proto. Look at how shiny that is with the bright blue and everything, it's awesome. And here we go. There went my proto. I couldn't see it explode. And we have Wiser moving. One of the things I've been told is that I should stick with players more, but at the same time, the main reason I don't do that, I think it's because good to see enemy movements and see it from a bird's eye view so that you see what everyone is doing. And maybe I could like zoom in more like this for some parts of it. Kraken playing very aggressively, the T-22s going straight into the middle. Base A being kept. Matteo taking a big hit there. Matteo taking a massive hit there. And now RTK has the base advantage for now. And we see massive damage being done to Kraken. Ooh, that 215B is barely alive anymore. It's not a one-shot, but okay, now it is for most tanks. And RTK did not lose a single point of HP just yet. Now they did. And Matteo repositioning. Weiser waiting for him. Yakovlev turning around. And RTK in a very easy position where they can just wait it out because they have the point advantage. They definitely have an HP advantage. And we see Yakovlev moving to basically hold the rear. Very slowly repositioning himself time and again to see if he can take someone out and to just protect their flank, which I think is a good thing. Zerd losing a bit of HP there, but it's a tricky position he was in. Gassio bouncing. Wise, you shouldn't do that to your teammates. Bit of a hit going into the T-22 there. Kinoak taking a hit. Bulgur going into cap base B. Immediately being punished for it. And they did take some damage for that, but oh my god. They lost a lot more HP. And now the T-22s are not exactly pincered, but they're in a bit of a pickle. No party without me changing position. But Bulgur tried to troll cap and it really did not work in his favor. Force turning around. Joining the Batchat. And the Force has played such a vital role in this game. RTK now pushing in. Yakovlev taking base B. There go two guys from Kraken. Fully loaded Force arriving. Together with the IS-7, the IS-4. Taking a big hit there now. 3 tanks gone from Kraken so far. Zerd is not even shooting him in again. Ooh, that was a bounce. No party without me on fire again. What is it with him and being on fire? I know that with parties you have the roof is on fire and all of that, but you're not actually supposed to be set on fire. Just saying. They're attempting now to not cap base B, but to take out the mouse. But Shogun does not arrive in time. And now it's just one lone T-22 that just died. And there goes Captain Kraken. And it is the end of the first match. And that was like, you try to like troll cap base B and you get absolutely murdered for it. So now with that in mind, we have a minute and a half left before we go to the second match on Dynasty's Pearl. And they are completely ready with 2 IS-4s, a 215B, 2 Foshes, a Batchat and an E100. So no more mouse, but an E100 instead. More Fosh power. A little bit less 215B. So this is an interesting lineup. And it looks like Kraken is taking a lot of mice. It will take them forever to get anywhere, but they can soak up quite a bit of damage. Oh, and we see a Foch accompanied mices. But they still have less than a minute to ready up. There we go. One player left to ready up. Either a Foch or a mouse. I think he will choose. Just a hunch. Oh no, it's actually an IS-4. So we have 4 mice, 2 Foches, and an IS-4. Or maybe not. He might still change it. No, it's 5 mice and 2 Foches. This reminds me a lot of like a lineup we recently saw with 2 AMXs and 5 Jack 140s. Again, at this stage, you already have the ticket. They're not taking it all that seriously. Because you can earn very little cups here, it's not all that interesting. But it leads to some very trouble games, and that can be both good and bad. So here we go for the second match on Dynasty's Pearl. And now we just need to wait. Look at my pretty proto. Oh, I love that tank so much. And I wonder what RTK is thinking now that they see all those mice and the Foches. They're probably laughing, I think. I think both teams are laughing at this. I think we will see like a wolf pack. So let's go up and away and have a look at the parade of mice that isn't even sticking together. 2 mice go towards base C. The Foches go to the back. And the mice push in the middle. They've already been spotted. The mice going to C, not so much. Bulgur taking a little bit of a hit, but not much. I think we will see a lot of bounces. Stuart taking base C. RTK holding. Wanting to get some shots into those mices. And this is what I mean that is so troll. We do see some hits going in. And they're just pushing, but they're not really committed to it. All the mice is now banding together. Wunderkind losing a lot of HP. Quinoa being steadily destroyed. And we now enter basically a brawl stage where 2 mice are facing off on both sides. Ooh, yeah, Kovlev is gone, but ooh, Wunderkind almost as well. But look at the HP dropping on both sides. HP wise, they barely have an advantage anymore. Stuart losing some HP as well. Wise is losing a lot of HP. There goes Matteo. There goes Quinoa. And this could really go either way. There goes Shogun. There goes Casio. It is 5 versus 3. But one of them is a Foch that is nearly reloaded. Ooh, that hit into the mouse though. Wunderkind just gone. It is 4 versus 3. But one of them is a Foch. And one of them barely has any HP left. Ooh, that hit into Captain Kraken. It took Wise's life. But oh my god. That is just evil. Let me just take you down a little bit. Because now everything is happening in close quarters. I can show you most of it. The Batchat trying to tank out the mouse. But he's losing a lot of HP doing that. And he's gonna die. He's so gonna die. But the Bulgur doesn't finish him off. Ooh. Let's have a look at Aper. And the Batchat still lives. Batchat steadily being rammed to death. Spacey blocking search shots. Possibly on purpose. They kind of have to make this work though. I mean, if they lose now, that would be like very bad. I mean, that would literally be like throwing the game. Guys, don't troll like this. And RTK is pulling back. Zerd hiding. Spacey moving in. Ooh. And there goes Spacey. And Zerd is going for base A. Taking the points from Kraken. It will take some time for AP to arrive here. But it's good to not take any chances with this. You don't really want to take any chances with this. There we go. He got the base. That was a good bounce. And he's just going to survive, I think. Survival is definitely key here. And against the mouse, Zerd wants some help. There's no one to help you, my dear. Wunderkind calling for the team to help Zerd. Zerd calling for help more. This is... You guys are so troll. Base A is being capped. And I wonder if he's going to go in and see if he can take the kill. Oop. Let's have a look. And there we go. And he bounces! Oh my god, what an ending, you guys, honestly. That's too troll. So yeah, that was the end of tonight for me. Aper did actually a crack job. Spacey blocking all of Zerd's shots. And Zerd winning it on cap points, calling for help. From a team that is no longer there and is merely haunting his voice, probably. Ah, let's sigh. What is happening here? Oh, because I got the camouflage, that's it. So let's have a look, see if we know what is happening elsewhere. We have Inf versus Navin, that is still happening. Luca versus Lit. All of that has just like begun 8 minutes ago, so it stands to reason that that is still happening. EG versus Win. That's going to be a lovely match as well. And FBI versus Raid. You guys are just such bullies. But yeah, they have the tickets. All of this merely means a slight difference in cups, but not all that much. So I got some tags on Discord, sorry for being a little bit distracted, but luckily you have music so that you won't be completely bored. And now we just have to wait to see what happens in the finals. I think I'll wait for it. And I'll show you some more tanks. This is also a tank that I quite like. It looks good in polished gold. It's not called that. What is this actually called? It's called WG Fest. I think it's more like golden bronze kind of stuff. It looks great on most tanks, actually. Absolutely love it. But yeah, I kind of need to force, but on my main account I'm quite far out. I'm only at tier 6. But with the autoloader, that thing is just so evil. I got it here. Thing is, you have literally a round more per minute with the autoloader than you do without. That's a bit weird, isn't it? So basically we just have to wait. I'm going to have a quick look again. I'm not sure if I should show you another replay or not. So Navin is first here. Then you have Inf. Then if it loads, because that would definitely help. Gneiss took it home against first. So you have Navin, Inf, Gneiss first as top 4 for this group. Loka still going. RTK versus Kraken, we know. EG versus Win. Is that over? Yeah. It only updates once every 5 minutes, which is quite useless. But the battles that have finished are quite fast. This is also still going. Was Appa versus Asa. Asa took it home. But Appa did get a ticket. They didn't get a ticket yesterday. Karna versus Imor. Karna took it home. And then Hapki versus Tercios. If it loads. There we go. Tercios Española took it home versus Hapki. So we are still waiting for EG and for Raid. Mainly. And of course, one of my most customizable tanks ever is this thing. In here it's not that bad, but on my main account I've got like so many camos on this thing. And it just looks so good regardless of what you put on it. I mean, pink looked good, this looked good, everything looks good. But yeah, these two look so fancy. This is the only one I don't like, but I don't like the stripes in total, so that makes sense. This one I do like, but I dislike the fact that on a lot of tanks it says the SS, basically. On the rear of the tanks. But look at this, it looks pretty good in everything. This is one of my favorite, it looks so cute. So yeah, with that in mind, let's have a look-see again. Let's see, Loka took it home 2-0 versus Lit. EG, still happening. BHPP took it home versus Unwon. Raid, do we have a score yet? Raid took it home. Raid coming back after their games last week. So we are really only waiting for EG versus Win. So that's gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna reload the tournament. Sometimes it refreshes then. In the meantime, RTK is entering the chat. Still going. I wonder, but I think that could actually be a very challenging and interesting final to watch. Stuart saying he hates himself. That's not really healthy though, hun. You must love yourself, not hate yourself. That's what all the therapists will tell you. So let's have a look. See, do we have a score yet for Win versus EG? Loading. Fingers crossed. I want to score. Nope, not yet. Stern is saying he had a mission for supremacy. Oh my god, honestly. I like that they're having fun with it. I kind of should dislike the trolling. But at this stage, I understand it. There's not much depending on this. The battles where it all depends on Thursday and on Saturday. I want a score. What is happening between EG and Win? I will see it. You will see it like 5 minutes later. Unless you've already looked it up. This is still going. I think it's definitely a 2-1 kind of thing. Because otherwise it would have ended by now. Do I actually have the container still? No, I opened it already. This is basically a press account. I don't play on it much, as you can see. That's also why I have that much amount of premium time. That much amount of gold. That little credits though. I kind of need to get it topped up. So I'm just waiting to have the tournament finish. So then I can end the stream. Come on, matches. Nope. And I don't want to show you another replay because I need my replays for Thursday and Saturday. Saturday I'm streaming all 3 servers again. So that's definitely gonna be fun. But Thursday I'll just stream EU. Apparently the gold, shiny gold brush thing is supposed to be rust. It looks too shiny for me to be rust, but I do really like it. So EG, what did you do versus win? We don't know yet. I wonder if Brian knows that, because he's streaming this. But also with 5 minutes delay, so checking his stream now would be quite useless. Although you would see any actual games, so that could be fun. But yeah, just waiting for the tournament to refresh, because I think it has to have ended by now. I mean, this is very not interesting to watch, is it? But now I just want to... I'm committed to seeing this final score before I end it. I mean, it starts at 36. They have like 7 minutes 43. And technically speaking, if they had a draw or a very long match, it could still be going. But it should be nearly ended, and most games don't last that long. Especially with Supremacy, because they will camp bases, and then all the time, you lose time, basically, when you camp bases. You lose battle time. So yeah, not much else to show you. I can't wait for this to start showing things. I have a seasonal on this. I'm not going to play on my on PC though, because I can't use the controls much with the mouse. It somehow doesn't work, especially when I'm not good at focusing and concentrating right now, which is what is part of my health issues. So then I definitely can't play PC, and I don't want to do that to you. Let's see, EG, what did you do? Do we know yet? We still don't know. Guys, honestly. I'm still dedicated though. So of the legendary camos, I think this is one of the ones I like the most, mainly because it's nice and derpy and not serious. It does look good. So we are just waiting here, just listening to each other about pretty much nothings. Complaining about not seeing a result yet in the result list, which is quite useless. We still don't know. Kind of like have the feeling just close the game and just restart it, but I don't think that will help. Oh, I also have a seasonal on this. What are my seasonals on this account? Like in total? That's not that many. This is a tank that I seriously hate. Oh no, it's actually not that one. It's... No, it is that one. I hate this tank. It's not even that bad. It's quite a good tank. It can be very troll, but it's just... It was impossible to ace. I just couldn't ace it. And it kind of drove me mad. So now that I have it aced, I'm probably never going to touch it again. In the end, I want to ace all the tanks. And that's not been exactly easy. Because I have very many noob days these days. So I'm happy when I get an ace. But yeah, that tank, I hate it almost as much as the Angry Corner and the T95, because those 3 are my most hated tanks together. And it is EG that took it home versus win in 2-1. So now we know all the scores, and I can safely log off for the evening. Thank you all for watching, thank you all for the games. It's definitely been fun streaming all the troll matches. I shouldn't condone that, but yeah. I understand that this stage is not that serious, especially since you already have the ticket. And thus the top 4 are not that serious. But like I said, everything is dependent on Thursday and Saturday, so we will see a lot more serious gameplay then, I think. I hope. I kind of know. So with that in mind, thank you all for watching. Thanks to all the teams that played. Thank you for all the gameplay. And I'll be seeing you guys on Thursday. Have a good night.